Welcome to Dante's Harmony Podcast, your source for music mentoring and motivation. Join me, Dante Harmon, a multi-instrumentalist, recent inductee into the Sacred Steel Hall of Fame, and newly inducted Grammy voting member, as I host a podcast spotlighting sacred steel musicians from all across the nation and abroad. Dante's Harmony Podcast provides insightful interviews, exclusive music, untold history, and so much more. He has been a part of my life since I was a little boy, and I'm sure he can probably tell you more stories than I could tell about how he heard me first on drums. When I wonder, this may be a little test. I wonder if Alvin actually remembers when he first heard me on drums. But without further ado, Alvin Lee, welcome to the Facebook Live. Welcome to Dante's Harmony. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? How you doing, young preacher?
Oh, come on, young preacher. We here, man. We're here. We're all in it, man. We are months away, weeks away, almost from this Sacred Steel Summit, man. And I'm so excited about it, man. And you have a lot to share about it. There's so much that we're gonna talk about, but man, how you doing? How things been going?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm still same Big Al,
come on,
Alvin Lee, Digging Al, Uncle Al, all these acronyms I got, man. But I'm doing good, man. I'm just very excited about this movement, and you know how dear it is to me. And to go back to answer your question about me hearing you on the first time. Now I remember. It was in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
This is what I remember. Me and Glenn was playing, and we had Charles Ryan was on the lead. A lot of people don't know Charles was bad on the lead guitar.
He was.
And I don't know, after either you was playing for the choir, but me and Glenn saw this little young cat coming down and come and get on the drums. And man, you was a little shorty, man. But when I say you got on that drums and you rocked it out. So I don't know what year that was, but that's the first time I remember hearing you playing the drums, man. And,
you know where we actually were, though? Delray.
That was in Delray?
He was in Delray.
Oh, my God.
We were in Delray.
Man,
and I was like, who are these guys with the same color jacket on?
But you know how us Miami boys, you know how we used to rock it, man, and man, represent. But man, this whole essence of this whole sacred steel, man, has been such a dear part of my life. And, my dad, I'm gonna just tell a quick story, try to make it quick. My dad, it was all of us. So my dad had 5 boys. Okay. And my dad was very adamant about his boys playing his music, because he always used to go to Nashville. So I remember my dad sitting us 4 down, and he played the lap steel, and he always wanted my brother Keith to play the steel.
Wow. But
it wasn't Keith, it was that little younger one, two levels down, which was Glenn. So it was more or less me and Glenn that picked up this whole music thing. And ever since then, 8 or 9, man, this is what we've been doing. And it's been a passion of mine ever since we grew up, listening to my Uncle Lorenzo, listening to Henry Nelson, Ted Beard. My dad loved Ted, boy. And then Calvin Cooke. And then along that youngster, Chuck Campbell came, and he really just transformed a lot of different things for me and Glenn. And that's really, really what got us really to drive about playing this music.
Yeah. Man, you already diving into some history, man.
I know, man. You got to slow me down because you already
know. No. And that's because I never knew that. I never knew he thought it was going to be Keith.
Man, it was Keith, man. But the thing is, Keith wanted that mic. Keith wanted to, sing like he always been doing, singing. And then it was Glenn, like, Dad, I can play. Right. And he was the one that actually had that gift for me. Both me and him, but Glenn could just touch any instrument and just, come supreme on it.
Right.
And, I've always been that backbone, like that deacon, like the one that take care and be in charge. And, right. I started off on, I started off on drums, especially in school. But you know, bass was that was my niche, man. And you know, growing up with bass, and you know, I just got to plug this. You know, my heroes growing up with bass was Darryl knows, of course, he's the master of everybody, and Harold Bradley. Wow. Harold Bradley, man, was a key entity. But then we had them little youngsters coming up, Lorenzo and Choppy. Choppy was with all that quiet stuff. But my number one influence really, man, was Phil Campbell. Wow. When I say Phil Campbell, man, I love Anthony and your dad, Ed, and all those different ones that came in. But Phil is just really, he just, the way his approach was really big for me. So I just had to do that little plug with the bass. So
So let me throw my little plug on top of that. So
come on, young preacher.
The funny thing is Al, everyone knows Alvin is kind of like the lead guitar player, the front man, the music director with the Lee Boys. Alvin, let me tell y'all a little bit about Alvin. Alvin has been musical director since the Lee Boys started. Glenn was always a mastermind. Don't get me wrong. Like, Glenn was a mastermind behind the music, but when it came down to those arrangements, it was Alvin Lee, y'all. Yeah. I just want to put y'all on some. Well,
you know what? It's funny you say that, because the thing is, it's still how I do now. Mm-hmm. I know my role and I know my position. My position is to set the steel guitar up. Mm-hmm. And I've always come up, like when me and Glenn come up with a jam, I come up with a hook, and then Glenn, really when you have the right band behind you, right? Guitar, bass, and everybody locking, they're doing it. The steel guitar, it's not really hard, because we set everything up for you. And I know that's one of the things we want to make sure we bring in the summit about. Just the approach, especially when you're in church. You don't overplay the steel. You're not the steel. Let them do their role, but you set them up. That's right. To go into different things so they can just go and perform, and then everything is gravy at the end.
Listen, you already dropping dimes, man. Dimes and gems. Alvin, before being front man as the guitar player, Alvin was, he talked about a lot of bass players that influenced him, but Alvin was one of my favorite bass players. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Alvin was the man. Alvin was the man holding it down back in the day on bass. I told you when I do some of these recordings.
Yep, I got. Hey, you need to pull it out there for that author to start coming. Hey, you know what's funny? I used to tell Roosevelt and LaAl, I said, listen, when that rhythm get off of me, when that timing is out, Uncle Al gonna say I did good. Because but I still got it. And I thank God. And it's funny that when we're playing, and then we start training up Roosevelt and LaAl, and then Roosevelt, because LaAl, we thought LaAl was gonna be the steel player, because LaAl would play steel. Mm-hmm. But it was then because they play them all. Right. But then Roosevelt, I never forget one Wednesday, he was on my dad 8th Street. Okay. And man, he started doing all these runs, and I'm like. And he had to be maybe 11. I say, why? So at that time, that's when we transferred. Like, come on, get on the bass, get behind your Uncle Al, and work up to the steel. And of course, Earl learned from Cecil and all that stuff like that in Benji. So, but anyway, I don't
listen, man. It's for those of y'all that are just joining us, we are here. We are talking all things Sacred Steel Summit. My special guest, Alvin Lee. Now tell me, Alvin, as we start talking, I'm gonna kind of switch a little bit. As we start talking Sacred Steel Summit, how did you get involved with the Florida Folk Festival? How did this all come to be? Because man, this is a huge thing to put together, and I'm sure you've been up, man, since the beginning trying to piece everything, get all of the moving parts.
Well, man, again, like, I got to start back to I've always been a business minded person like my dad. But what started me was, I know, like, when my brother Glenn and my dad, but when they both passed in 2000, and this has been my story ever since, it was really hard for me to play, because me and Glenn really was so close. We were like this we had 5 boys, but it was us 2 because of the music. And when he died, I just decided, I would be an advocate for this style of music because it was so, we bred this music, Dante, just like all this. Look, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, then we used to have cassette tapes, listening to all these guys, Harry and Larry Teller, Kenny Ellis, Darryl Knowles, Choppy and Phil Chucky, all these guys like that. And so that's what got me starting to do, to want to take our music out of the 4 walls.
Right.
And then I remember in 2000, right before Glenn passed, my young brother, he was a kind of Dr. Brother Marcus Hardy. He, what he did was, he was a fan of the music.
Yeah.
So what the Lord put on his heart was he wanted to bring together the brotherhood, bring the good, bring the family together, because he saw all these guys playing and, everybody going out, Robert Randolph blowing up and Campbell Brothers doing it, the Lee Boys and Calvin and Aubrey. So he wanted to do that. So when he put on that first Sacred Steel Summit, that was just like, wow. And then at that time, Glenn was sick. So I remember that next year he did it. I don't believe we were able to come because of, the whole situation.
Right.
But like, I remember, I got with him and I said, I want to start, helping them do that. So the Lee Boys had already started playing at the Florida Folk Festival. So I had already started building a relationship with them. And then they used to start letting me bring in some of the young, guys that's coming up. And then from that, like, I believe it, I don't know, maybe 2004, I just started putting on all these different things. And, I remember putting on something, I think it might be 2005. I think you got some of that video where I had, the young guys coming up.
Yeah.
And that's, ever since then, me and the Florida Folk Festival, we have built a relationship with the Lee Boys and Florida Folk Festival since we're from Florida. And that's how all this got started. I wanted to do it. I've been trying to wait for the platform, and Miss Elaine told me last year, hey, we got a green light to go and do it. And that's what got me started. I was super excited. So, this is kind of what brought me up to this point now of, trying to do this. And I'm a true advocate to trying to keep this music. It's about the music for me alive. Right. Yeah.
Well, man, listen, and we know that it is still alive. And
oh yeah,
and they're gonna find out in a few minutes just how alive it is, because when we start talking about the the lineup and the musicians that are gonna be here, oh my goodness. But going back to what you were saying, it's so funny because when I put the poster on my feed, on my Facebook feed, Kashaya Hunter, shout out to Kashaya who's probably listening.
Oh, I love him.
Come on, young preacher.
Come on,
young preacher. Kashaya thought it was gonna be on a Sunday. He thought our live was gonna be on a Sunday. I said, nah, man.
I saw that.
I said, nah, man, it's Saturday. He said, why you gonna have it during church? I said, come on. So we started joking. The joke though was how the Lee Boys and how we did in Perrine, it didn't matter what night it was.
Come on.
If you came on a Tuesday night at 9:00,
boy,
you was gonna get jamming.
We jamming.
If it was choir rehearsal on a Thursday.
Hey, you know what? Let me plug this. This is my essence of when you go to a Lee Boy show now, right? Yep. If I see you in the crowd, I just told Nikki D, me and her talk, and I say, listen, if you come to a Lee Boy show, I want it to be raw. I know, of course, we have to strip it because, we're doing this professional and, they're paying us for a service. Right. But I want people to get that essence of how it was in church. If we break out into a jam, it's on.
It's on.
It's on and popping, bro. And
bring your dancing shoes. We letting you know now. We letting you know in advance. For those of y'all that are tuning in, if you come to Florida and you don't have your dancing shoes, I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what? Hey, and we're gonna be at the Florida Folk Festival, so they might take off their shoes. They don't really matter. You just come on out there.
Just come on.
Yeah, man. I just think, man, it's just. I'm just so super excited. Like you were talking. I say I'm probably going to sleep after the festival because my mind is just gone. Yeah. And like my wife and my event planner, they know like I'm constantly going. Like I'm just constantly going all over the place. But I'm excited out there. And first of all, I just want to thank you, man, and just for you allowing you to do what you do and
Absolutely.
all the stuff that you do, and this platform that the Lord has allowed you to do. And I want us to continue to support this man in doing this, because this is how we're going to keep it alive.
That's right.
Oh, hey, one shout out to Shy. I never forget, we was playing an assembly and the Atlanta boys came. He was a little young kid.
You remember that, man?
Hey, look, he waved his hand about. I told him, come on up, because and I never forget, that's the first time I ever heard him play. I gave him my bass for him, because that's how I do. And he got on the bass and started rocking out. So this one shout out to my young brother Shy.
Listen, man, shout out Shy. And that funny thing was, we were in Deerfield. And we were in Deerfield.
I don't know what's up with Deerfield, man. I guess we have to do something there, man, because
we were in Deerfield. Glenn had the double Big Red.
Big Red.
And he let me get on.
You got on Big Red? I
got on Big Red, and everybody hit the floor, man.
What?
It was crazy.
Man.
It was crazy. And Glenn, I floored Glenn because they played a hymn. And I was chording on the E92.
Oh my goodness.
I wish we had
God, I wish we had that on tape, man.
Yeah, man. Somebody gotta have that.
Yeah.
Because Shia jumped on bass and he
I cannot believe, man, look at that. That's funny.
It's so much history.
It is.
And I think that's the thing about what we do. Yeah. It's such a culture within what we do. I was talking to Jairus when I interviewed him, and he said it's you just have to you got to be born. It's almost like you got to be born in it, but you got to be of the cloth to really experience and to be in the midst of what we do, to even understand how it's done.
Right, and that's what I'm so excited about the Florida Folk Festival, allowing us to bring this platform and giving me free range.
Yeah,
I was talking with Ronnie and Reggie Footy at the same last night, I think. I'm sorry, and because they both are ministers, and I told him, I say, listen, if you come to a workshop, you do what you do. However the Spirit lead, whatever you go, and that's the way it needs to be, because a lot of times, if you go back to the House of God Church, when, sometimes on that first song, if everybody's on one accord, man, those devotion leaders are praying. They don't have to do nothing. I mean, we going in. And that's how, and that's a lot of times how we were able to create jams. I remember talking to Calvin and Ted and all those jams they used to do in Nashville. It's like how they create it. But sometimes it's created in the moment.
Yep.
And that's why I say the musicians, we are like ministers. God has given us a gift. And that's why people, man, they are touched through our music. That's my one saying.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm doing this, if you get touched by our music, then our job is one person get touched, then our job is done. It's done. That's my saying. I've been saying it since day one. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's the truth. No, I'm glad you're saying this, man. It's not called Sacred Steel for any reason.
Right, exactly.
Of it, the holiness of it, the spirituality of it. You can't dismiss it.
You cannot. No matter where you at.
You can't dismiss
it. Club, you could be at a big festival, at a game, and at a studio. Man, I'm telling you, man, I've had so many experiences of that. And so that's why I say we are the trailblazers, and we have to continue to do what we do, and God will always provide a way.
And I know there are some church folks that are probably listening, and some church folks that are on. Let me tell y'all, pray for us, because we are not in the four walls like everybody wants us to be. We are taking it where it needs to be, in those dark places. And so the reality is that when you go into those places, I promise you, I've experienced it. You start playing, man, when I tell you, it's almost like a movement in church.
Come on.
And they don't know what to do.
Hey, let me tell you, it's funny. My brother Keith, man, I had to say this man, you can't take it out of him. He's a praise and worship guru. Like that's what he does. No matter where he's at, he goes into the spirit. And I used to have to try to stop him a little bit, because like we got 60 minutes and we had like 55. I never like to go over time.
Right.
But man, when he goes, sometimes I used to have to walk away. There's nothing I could do. And so that I love that part of that. So, but anyway.
This is good, man. Yeah. This is good. The reality is that I think that's what makes our tradition what it is.
Yeah.
It makes it so authentic because we take it wherever we go.
Yeah.
We take it wherever we go. We don't compromise for what we believe in, and we play the same stuff. We jamming out here.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah.
So when y'all don't see us in church, and we're taking the message out. We're, and that's what we're called to do.
Yeah.
To take it in places that need to hear it, that need to experience it.
And and it is funny, you say that. I remember our first professional gig was in Canada. It was in the Stan Rogers Folk Festival, and Troy Greencorn's a true. I call him he's the one that really gave the lead boys their first start. But we did that, and I know we played with these big guys like Anna DeFranco, Michael Frantic, and all these people, Ruthie Foster, and we didn't know what to expect. So when we did the finale, we did that we were on the main stage. It had to be maybe 7,000 or 8,000 people. We had never played that many people. Right. So when they turned the lights on, back in the day, we used to do this. Come on, give God some praise. And we used to do Stretch Out. Mm-hmm. Man, we did that song, and then the people just went. I mean, the spirit was all on that first song, and Keith was, oh my goodness, I never forget it. And it was just like
we was in church.
We was in church, just outside. That's it. So I just wanted, just agree with what you was just saying earlier.
Yeah, it's so prevalent, how we don't change, we don't compromise, we just take what we do and we bring it to wherever we are. Right,
exactly.
The old folks used to sing a song, "Take the Lord along with you."
Yes, everywhere you go,
everywhere you go.
Oh my goodness!
So man. I mean that's
one of them good jamming songs too, boy.
Come on.
When you get in that one, oh my goodness, boy.
Trying to ride out. But man, so going back to the summit, okay. I pinned the website to the if you're watching on Facebook right now and you are just tuning in, sharing this post. We're talking all things Sacred Steel Summit. You want to give the dates, Alvin?
Yeah, the dates would be May the 26th through the 28th. And that's going to be a Memorial Day weekend. And that's going to be in the White Springs at the Stephen Foster Center there, park. So the dates, the address and everything should be there, but you can tell them the website.
Absolutely. So I pinned the website, you all in the chat. Comment on the Facebook post, www.sacredsteelsummit.com. For any information that you want to know or just to get from the things that we're talking about today, sacredsteelsummit.com. Also, you can also follow us on the Sacred Steel Summit Facebook page.
Yes.
Just type all those words. Just go to your search, that hourglass icon. Go to your search bar and type in Sacred Steel Summit. And that page will come up. You'll see the logo, and you'll be able to see everything involving or going on with the Sacred Steel Summit.
And I like to say also on the website, we are Jermaine and Maggie there. We're going to constantly update it, so you'll be able to have the schedule, and hopefully the next 2 weeks we'll have the actual schedule of the different players that we're going to go over, when they're going to be playing and all that stuff like that. So just keep, be on the watch for that.
Yeah. So shout out to, so many people on Facebook right now. And I can't call everybody out, but thank y'all for tuning in. Nicole, look, Nikki D, I can't wait to meet Nikki. Fran, Dale, man, thank y'all so much. Sylvia, thank you so much for joining in on us on today. Look, Tony. Don't tell me.
Tony
is
brother,
on.
Tony Burns.
Tony Burns
Tony, come on. Oh my goodness, man.
Tony is on.
Oh my goodness, that's my heart.
That's family.
And you talking about bass.
Drive.
He was it was Phil, me, then Tony.
That's boy, right.
I'm trying to tell you now, boy.
Tony, listen, Tony had that drive like you.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
And
man, we got to bring that, man. We got to get him back in.
Yeah, we got to. We have to.
Tony Burns.
Tony was, when I moved to Atlanta, Tony was my go-to. It was me and Tony.
Yep.
And the crew. We locked. We lock, but yes, everyone is on here. But so if you want more information about the Sacred Steel Summit, the web address is pinned to the comment section below. So you can always go there for updated information. And again, go to the Sacred Steel Summit Facebook page. We're going to always keep updated information, lodging, anything that you need to know. All that information will be on those pages. Am I correct, Alvin?
Yes. And I get Kiki. She's gonna make sure that's our event planner. She's gonna make sure that stuff get to our person that created our website, which is Jermaine, which is one of our old guys. What church did Enoch? Well, Enoch. That's what I know. What church did?
I'm not certain.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know exactly where he is now, but.
I know, but it's just so happened. Like I'm just saying, how the circle is so, it's a tight circle.
It is,
and we were able to get him to create that for us. So anyway,
well, man, I'm excited. And listen, Alvin, you have such an intricate, tight team of individuals.
Oh my goodness!
So
yes.
I mean, you talked about Kiki.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Yes.
And you could talk about her. She's
man. She's Kiki is such an entity with this. She's an event planner that she plans for all these big companies, and we was just blessed to be able to meet her a couple of years ago, and she's just always been a big, huge part of of trying to make sure things stay organized. And I just don't know what to say, as much as I can say about her. And then also just the rest of the team that we got on there. Tina, and then my lovely wife Tina too. She don't want me to say that, but yes. But I'm trying to see the rest of the team. Dante, you don't have that list. But we got. Let me just try to name a few, just the ones that's on our team that we got. We got John from our Hooli Foundation. We got Dill, Ray, and then we got of course Dante. Then we got Arthur. We got Dominic, who's one that works with the state of Florida. He's been a very big part of helping me out, and the Lee boys. And then we got, of course, we just got Kim, who's Kim Hardy, who's Marcus' wife. And I'm just so happy to get her to join, and also her nephew, Lawrence. And then we got Maggie. Oh my goodness, what I can say about Maggie. She's our new, what was she? On my social media for the Lee boys. And then now she's doing social media for this. So did I forget somebody else? Who else I got? See, Dante, I know.
Did you call Mike? Did you call Mike's name?
Oh, Mike. Oh
yes.
My goodness, Mike. Oh my goodness, Mike, my production guy. I met Mike through with Panama City, and he's a part. And then I guess it's just so many more. I guess that's what I'm saying.
It's all good.
Yeah. But anyway,
here's the thing, and for those of you all that are event planners and you're trying to put on certain things, it takes a lot of work, you all.
Yes.
You see us on stage. Sometimes you see us performing places. You see us in venues, or you see us doing something on a level that, man, that it's like, wow, they're there. It takes, when you're upgrading something, it takes a lot of work in the background. It takes a team. And you don't know how to do everything. I don't know how to do everything. You need a whole team of people
at the end
that will
basically
upgrade every aspect of whatever it is, from social media to technical to sound to you name it, website development, whatever it is. You need that entity involved on your team in order to implement whatever it is that you're trying to put forth. So I want to encourage everybody. Go ahead.
I didn't know if you want me to bring Kiki on to
yeah, come on.
If you could do that, just add hey, we get ready to add Kiki on.
Tell her to come in.
Tell her to come in.
She has a link. Tell her to just
and then that way she can just tell a little bit more about the hotels and about all right. She's coming. She's in the waiting room, Dante.
Okay. There she is.
All right, she's connecting. But
she's connecting now.
Well, while she's connecting, so there she goes.
Kiki.
Hey,
everyone.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. How about everyone
Good,
else?
good.
Doing good. Doing good.
But we just talked you up. We just talked you up, and you've been doing such a great job. And I know supporting everything that Alvin is doing and all of the things that he's got going. It wouldn't be an Alvin without Kiki and his wife and everyone else is going on in the backdrop. You know, Alvin is pushing this thing, but he has a really, really great team. Tell us what you do, Kiki.
Go ahead, Kiki.
Yes, he does have a great team, and I'm honored and proud to be a part of it and also be associated with you, Dante, and everyone else that's on our committee. We have done an amazing job getting a lot of work done already so far. I just looked at my calendar today and I realized that we're 2 months out from the actual event. And I had a mini panic attack, but I got over it. We're good. I am a meeting planner, and I've been doing events for about 25 years now. From the smallest one I did was 5, and the largest one I did was 5,500. So I'm used to managing these sorts of things and lots of attention to detail. And I was just so thrilled when Alvin asked me to be a part of this. We are moving forward. We're strong. We are all excited. I wish we could bottle this excitement and sell it later, because it would be an awesome. We could put it in the merch tent, Al.
I know. So can you tell a little bit about like what where they can go and yes. I don't know if you know everybody that's on the committee. I'd already done messed up the names and all that stuff like that. I did.
We've got an amazing committee. We've got production. We've got events. We've got hospitality committee. We've got all kinds of. We've got handlers.
Right.
To handle the handlers. Anyway, what we are working on right now is a real key component to pulling off any successful event, and that is funding. It's not always a easy thing to talk about, but I'm so proud and so invested in this that I have no trouble at all getting the word out. We are working on getting our funding done in several different ways. We have a sponsor levels where you can donate anywhere from $50,000 or $50 to $10,000, and there's different things on the sponsor levels that your funding will get you in return. Everything from an opportunity for $50 to display your business cards in our merch tent, which is going to be super helpful to get your word out and expand your network. $50 will get you as many business cards as you want to put out in our merch tent, which I think is a great, reasonable and affordable thing for most folks to be able to manage.
Absolutely.
We also have a t-shirt that we're going to be giving with different levels that are going to have all the sponsors names on the back and that will be recognizing the sponsors, and those will be for sale in the merch tent as well. We will have several banners throughout the property up at the Stephen Foster Park. Those banners will also have sponsor names, logos, information on, and that will be fantastic. What I'm really excited about is the fact that in a few short days, we're going to be launching a GoFundMe page, which is going to be an awesome way. And that's going to be able to allow a lot more people to contribute. We are a 501c organization, so nonprofit. Your donations will be 100% tax deductible. We'll be able to provide you a receipt. We have tax ID numbers. We're ready to go as far as that goes. We're putting that information together right now. We are going to launch that probably in a few days. And when we do, we'll make a big splash on it on all of our social media platforms and let you know where you can go, where the link is. We'll be putting it on the Lee Boys page. We'll be putting it on the Sacred Steel page, on Dante's page. It'll be on my page. It'll be on Uncle Al's page. It'll be on
all the Lee Boys.
All the Lee Boys page. It'll be on all my friends' pages. So we're excited about that. And we will make sure that we make a big splash in regards to when that's going to go live so that everybody will know and we'll be able to just click that link and donate. You can donate anonymously if you'd like to. You don't need to put a name on your donation if you don't want to do that. Donations are of any amount are helpful. We're also looking for some peripheral donations as well. If anybody knows of anything or has access to things like strings, amps, microphones, anything like that, any production equipment that we might be able to use, instruments too as well. So we'll be looking for those sorts of donations. We'll also be giving a receipt for that, and that will be a tax deductible donation as well. So Like I said, I'm super excited about this event. I'm very, very honored to be associated with it in every way. And thank God for allowing me the opportunity to come in contact with Uncle Al and the Lee boys. And yeah, it's been life-changing. Let me tell you, the last year has been life-changing.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much, Kiki. This is really a integral part. And Dante, before you let Kiki go, I want to say the way I feel. You know how the church, you have a good service, and then you do the announcements. Then what comes next is the offering. So
that's right. Does anybody have a song?
She just did the offering. Like,
need a song.
But thank you so much, Kiki.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone.
Kiki, before you go, is there an email address, or is there somewhere they can go to get in contact with you if they want to? There may be a business owner that is listening right now. There may be someone that is ready to give to our nonprofit organization, and they are ready to submit their information to businesses or to our business about their business. How can they get in contact with you?
Yep. So you can send a message through the Lee Boys page. You can send a message through the Sacred Steel Summit page.
Okay.
You can also send a message to our new email address, which is sacredmusictraditions@gmail.com.
Sacred Music Traditions.
With an S, that's your tradition.
Yes, with an S. Traditions. So 3 different ways to contact us.
Got you. I'm going to put this in the chat. sacredmusictraditions@gmail.com.
Correct.
Okay.
And also the Lee Boys page, and also the Lee Boys website and the Sacred Steel website.
Got you. This is awesome. Thank you so much, Kiki. You've really given us so much insight and just a backdrop of things that someone needed to hear, and a lot of businesses and a lot of people that are listening, even after we come off of this live, they're going to want to know, how can I be a part of this? I may not be able to come, but I can donate money, or I can donate I can donate amp or two. Some strings, whatever the case may be.
We will take it. Like I said, there's no donation too small. It all matters. It all matters.
That's right. Thank you for what you do, Kiki.
You're welcome. See you both soon.
Definitely.
Bye, Unc.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dante.
See you later.
Bye, everyone on the live.
This is awesome, because it takes things like this, Alvin, in order for us to push our agenda forward. It takes money. It takes it takes coming together. And again, it's a 501c3.
Yeah, it is
tax 100% tax deductible. So
and I want to plug to that for sure. This is my commitment back to the community. This is no money maker for Uncle Al or the Lee Boys or anything like that. This is solely for us. When, my goal is to try to get, if I could just bring everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. And that's solely what this is doing. And then also the educational part. I know you're going to speak on that about trying to give back and, donating and all the steels and stuff like that. So I just want to plug that in.
That's right. Well, I kind of want to get into the little gritty of this.
Yes.
This summit. Let me throw a little music in the background just as we start talking. Let me put some Lee Boys in the background, something, as we start talking. Here's the thing, man. We have a lineup. We have a lineup of musicians, Alvin. So let's start, because I know,
man. Listen,
we may have to go easy on the.
We gotta go.
We're gonna have to go easy on the lineup.
Well, let me tell you, man, the thing is, again, the love that I have for this whole thing is just, this is what I breathe and this is what I live for. And for me to be able to bring Ted Beard.
Come on.
I mean, he's the GOAT. He is him, and then Calvin Cooke.
Legends.
Chuck Campbell.
Before you get off Chuck, I want everyone out there, if you're listening to me, type his name in the chat and just say, we love you, Chuck. Chuck is in the hospital. He is doing better.
Yes.
I got a chance to talk to his wife and his sister on yesterday, and I'm just happy that he is recovering. but let's keep Chuck in our prayers, and keep him lifted up. He's doing much better, and I'm just glad that Chuck is recovering well.
Good.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that's a good praise report, because I was waiting to hear back from his wife. So there you go. I was waiting there. So, man, but Chuck Campbell, Aubrey Ghent.
Come on, Aubrey.
Come on. Oh, my goodness. Train, don't leave me. Oh, my goodness. Aubrey Ghent. And then Lonnie Bennett.
Yes.
Big Ben. Man, and just those 5 alone, man, is just such a privilege to be able to have them to come. And I pray God's peace that everything else happened. And then let me not stop. Then we're gonna have Anthony Fox.
Come on.
Dave Farnsville, Deshaun Hitman, yours truly that's on this podcast, the one and only Reverend Dr. Dante. And then we're gonna have Delray Grace.
Delray Grace.
I gotta say something about him. That's my big brother.
Come on,
man.
So let's talk about him.
Yeah, and I love that dude, man, because he's like, he really went into the trenches and just came out fighting to be able to preserve his music. Yes. So what Del is doing, he's like the professor, that came out of the family, and he said, you know what? We got to document what we do. So I really love what Del is doing, and we want to continue to support him as well in everything that he's doing.
Yes.
So, and then
Dale. I kind of consider Dale as the historian.
Yes, there you go.
He's like the historian. Shout out to Delray Grace. I know we had our meeting this past Thursday, and I talked him up, and as we were talking, just so many things came to my mind, and I, talking to Dale, I was able to go to Toledo for the first time. I think it was late last year, and with Joey Somerville, and Dale came and he supported us, and Fran came, and and the family, they all just came to support. But Dale has a heart for preserving the tradition, the history, and all these things as it relates to the Sacred Steel tradition. And shout out to you, Delray, because we need that. In the community, we need that person. I'm out here doing it with the social media and with the podcast, and we play out. But Dale he's actually, he could tell you better than I can, and we're going to have the opportunity to, and I don't want to give so much away, but Dale is doing some things that if we really undergird and get behind him, if you're listening to us, follow him on YouTube, follow him on Facebook, in the content that he puts out. He has a 501c3 organization that we also need to support. But I just wanted to shout Delray out.
And then also we want to support him in the he's trying to build the first Sacred Steel. I'm messing up again. I think it's a historian bit. A museum. Yeah,
it's a museum.
So and we want to make sure we support him, because again, like we say, it takes capital to do all these different things.
It does.
So once it's apart, we're apart, but we got to be apart all the way in.
Yes.
This is speaking out coming in. So we want to make sure we do this all the way in. So, but all right. So we got Dale coming. Let me see. I know I'm going to start. I'm just go down, like I said. And then we got Miss Nikki D, since we're up that way. Nikki D will be with us.
Nikki D. This is going to be the first time I get a chance to meet her.
What? Man, listen.
We've talked, but I've never met her.
The same way you see her, like on stage, that's how she is.
I know.
That energy is up there. And I told her, I say, Nikki, I want that exact same energy. Bring it on. And I say, if you need to jump on stage with somebody because you feeling it, do what you
jump
do.
On.
And then I just want to give a shout out to a friend, and she's supposed to be there, but she said, possibility that she may not be able to make it, but I still want to just include her. And I haven't met her. So
she's the sweetest person. She is the sweetest person ever.
Wow. Yep. So, all right, let me keep going down. Then, like I said, Deshaun, we got Kishai gonna be there.
Come
Aaron
on.
Hall, Hines.
Aaron Hines.
Tommy Phillips.
Yes, Tommy Phillips. South Florida.
South Florida. We got Xavier Perkins. We got Frank Owens. We got
Owens.
Brian Teller.
Josh.
Terrell King,
Josh coming,
Dominic Collins, Jason Whitehead.
Come on,
Elton Noble. Oh, we can't forget it. Hey man, I love that dude.
That's the bishop.
That's the bishop. I'm sorry, bishop. Pastor. Yes, sir. And he got hopefully his boys will be there. And
have you heard his boys, man?
Well, I heard them on video, but I never heard them. It's like
Alvin,
his son that played the guitar. That boy is bad.
Alvin.
I really want to hear him. But it's like when they started coming on the scene, that's when kind of Uncle Al, I was kind of transitioning. So I've saw them growing up since they was young, because they remind me of AJ Gent, that when they were younger. But like I heard them boys, them boys the truth, man. And I think Elton said he's gonna try to bring them, and hopefully they'll be a part too.
That's what's up.
So who else? We got Fat Man. Whoa,
come on,
Fat Man would be there. He's gonna be there. He already got
from Detroit, Michigan.
And I call him, that's Ted Jr., that. Because the real man, Fat Man, he done took Ted level to and he be playing these chords. I already told him what I want to hear. He played like Ted, Ted got those traditional chords that he only played. But I heard Fat Man do it, and I say, man, I want to hear you do that. So he's coming, and I just confirmed the Bishop Overseer Reggie Footy Covenant. He will be in the building.
Wait a minute, did you say? So,
I said Reggie. I said Bishop Overseer Reggie Footy Covenant.
My God.
I told him. I said, you're famous and known for that Pink Panther, so you got to throw that in a little bit. I know you got a lot of new up-to-date stuff, but you got to take us home one day. And of course, we're gonna have who else I don't forgot?
I don't know.
I don't forgot.
It's so many to name.
So somebody need to tell me. Did I say Aaron?
You did say Aaron.
I said Shia, Terrell. I said Sean Hitman. Sean Hitman gonna be there, and I'm excited with him. Oh, and special guest, we got Dante.
Come on.
He's original. When Marcus Church put on that Sacred Steel, Dante gonna be there, and also my buddy and friend Eric Lewis from Tennessee. Eric Lewis play all over, so he's gonna be there. So it's gonna be fun, man. And I don't want to get into the I'm sorry, Tim Williams.
Come on here.
Family. Him and Antoine Edwards. Them my boy. Hey,
family, man.
And I said David Foster. So man, it's just so many people. Then we're gonna have the house bands. He gonna get me for this. I forgot my front guy now, Brian Bird.
Come on,
Dirty Bird. Brian Bird is going
Sarasota.
That's Sarasota in the house.
Sarasota, Florida.
Oh my soul. That's what Brian say. Uncle him say that. And then we're gonna have a lot of other musicians like the bass player, the Lee Boys band, and Rico, Harvey Shaw coming, Garvin, Tank, my nephew Tank gonna be there. Who else?
If you're a musician, if you love this Sacred Steel tradition,
come on now.
Y'all need to come. This is gonna be like the coming out party.
Hey,
since COVID hit.
Yeah, that's bad, man. Also, my Cooke, the original drummer, the legend. Cecil will be in the building. Cecil's coming. Yeah, Cecil coming. And we gonna try. I don't know if we still got the show. We're gonna try to double add that bass drum.
You got to make sure that pedal.
That's what he's famous for, breaking the pedals, right? And Johnny Hit's gonna be there too.
Yes, sir.
So man, it's just
listen, y'all. We name dropping.
Yeah.
We name dropping today. You started talking about Footy. Footy is one of the most
yes, say it.
He's one of the most sought after steel players, and he's so loved.
Yeah,
by so many guys. I was just sharing with him the other day, and I'm just excited that he's coming.
Yeah, man. I talked with him and I told him I just love, and I love all the jewel, and I love all my kids. I love all our family. And shout out one time to Ronnie and then my cousin Gammy.
Yes,
I was trying to get Gammy there, but he has a pre-engagement. But I know he would have been there if he didn't have no other engagement. But I talked with Footy, and and then also Robert brother, what's his Robert.
Robert.
Oh well, I know his name. Ronnie's brother.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love that. But the way Footy approached each and everything, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes his time, and then at the end result, boom, it's there. So, man, it's gonna be so much fun, man. I'm excited.
It's gonna be amazing, you all, and for those that are even aspiring to be a musician or be a sacred steel player, you want to come.
Yes.
From the workshops, the seminars that we're gonna have, a lot of the showcases that we're gonna be doing, you're gonna just want to be around.
Right.
You're gonna want to be around.
Yeah, and I want to say too, I want to thank the Ahulu Foundation. And
yes.
I would be, I wouldn't be right if I don't mention Bob Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Stone was a very intricate key back at the original beginning. And he dug a lot of stuff, him and Ahuli, and they really got a lot of that very beginning stuff that we started doing when we started the movement. And so he would be there too. Again, we need all aspects of this, Dante.
We do.
And anybody that would still want to play, they need to be able to get in contact with Uncle Al.
Yes.
Or get in contact with Dante.
Yes.
And then, from the old, current, or new, it doesn't matter. And we're going to be talking about the giveaway, because we are going to be giving away a few stills.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We doing a giveaway, Al?
We doing a giveaway.
We giving away some stills?
Yeah, and this is why it's important that we try to get these donations, because we want to give away some stills. I never forget Marcus Hardy. He started this way back in 2000, and he got with Lonnie Bennett. Mm-hmm. And Lonnie Bennett was very key into helping keep this going. So Big B, he's going to be there. And if anybody have any old stills that they tired of, they want to retire, and you want to donate it, you can donate it. Again, everything's a tax write-off. We're going to be doing that. So any young kids that want to learn, we're going to try to have some beginner lap steel guitars, and we want to be able to give that away too.
This is awesome. I'm excited about it. Again, I know we're just a month or two away.
Yeah.
And so many, for those of you all that are on Facebook, thank you. Yes. Please like and share this post. Please hit that like button, and share this post. We want to get the word out. We really, really want to have a really amazing time. May 26th through the 28th. At the Florida Folk Festival, we are going to have a Holy Ghost party. It's going to be a Sacred Steel Summit like we've never had before. And I just believe with everyone coming together, with the lineup, with all of the planning that is going forth, even as we speak.
Yes.
Just met this past Thursday, and every meeting, it seems like there's something that we're bringing up, or something that we're just cluing in or going or zooming into, that we are making sure that we're kind of crossing our T's and dotting our I's at every aspect. And I'm just excited. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I want to say one thing. I hate to cut you off, Dante, but just in conjunction to what you're saying, if anybody is interested, Dante, of being a part of this, maybe not in a monetary way, but they want to be a part of the committee. We're still going to be looking for volunteers for that day. Please get in contact with us.
Yeah.
You have a platform of ways to get in touch with us. So just get in touch with us. You can do this podcast with Dante Guide, or through the Lee Boards, or through the Sacred Steel site. Please get in touch with us. And if you're interested in playing, get in touch with us.
Let me contact with us. It's not too late. Now,
it ain't too late. Let's go.
I'm sure it's going to be a deadline, Big Al.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The deadline was already. But
it's already. So listen.
I got some eyes looking at me already, like. But you already know how I roll. If one of them young cats come and say, "Uncle Al, I want to play," But anyway.
But then we may have to
cut them. Yeah, do it. Remember I tell you used to do.
Young preacher.
Yeah, man.
So we're excited. We're excited about it. But please, if you're wanting to be a part of this,
yes,
we don't care where you're from. As far as
Man.
Keith Dominion, Jewel Dominion, you're a steel player. Call us, hit us up, and we want to make sure that you are in the place.
Yes.
We want this to be a celebration.
Yes.
And I remember when I first started doing these lives when Derek passed, Derek Campbell passed, and it was such a moving thing, and it was so funny because me and Robert, we came on and we had the conversation. It was a Tuesday. I never forget. The week after Derek would pass away, Robert and I would talk that Tuesday, and we just had such a great conversation. I said, Rob, let's take this conversation on Facebook and let the world hear what we're talking about. And it just took off because I think people don't really understand the brotherhood, Alvin.
Yeah, and
it's such a brotherhood with us.
I got to say this, and I want to say this, and I want to say it while we got online. I really want to give a lot of kudos to Robert Randolph.
Yeah.
That's my little brother. We love him to death, and he really paved the way on the other side for a lot of us, doing a lot of this stuff we did. And again, he was younger. He may not have been, one of those ones that was in Nashville. I think he went on and said that his first time playing in Nashville, I can't remember, so I better stop right now because I don't remember. But he's really paved the way a lot. Right. I want to say for him, and then also AJ Gent, also and my nephew Roosevelt. Those guys are really, trailblazing. But I just want to say that we're still part of the family. They're still part of the family.
Yep.
We go support them. They support us. I just want that to be publicly known.
Yes.
It's a family, and I just wanted to back you up with what you were saying.
Yes, we're a big family. I mean, when Rosie is on tour, I post his stuff.
Yeah.
I see the lead boys post their stuff. Yeah. And I want to encourage y'all to do the same thing. If we say we support our own, support them.
Support them.
Put the posters out, put that stuff up, put it on your page, put it on your stories. I make sure I put everybody's stuff on my stories. Curtis Chambers, a lot of guys that you all may not know. Curtis is playing for some of the biggest rap R&B artists in the business.
That is great.
I mean, to be front man with Dr. Dre on guitar and Eminem and all these guys. Listen, these guys they were part of the church. They're family.
Darius.
We used to play together. Yes.
Yeah.
Darius. Man. Curtis, all those guys, man. It's there's so much history, and there's nothing but love, amongst us, and we want to continue that, and we want to continue to celebrate each other, and share that love, for each other. So Alvin and I, we can keep on talking because we it's so much history, here with us and with everything that we've done together. Yeah. But I think this summit, May 26th through the 28th, is going to be something to remember.
Wow.
So I'm asking everybody, go to the website, get all the information that you need to get to be a part of it. For those musicians that and for those that businesses, for those that want to sponsor or you want to donate instruments, amps, anything, please get in contact with us. The email address, the website address is in the chat. We also have a Sacred Steel Summit Facebook page. Any messages that you leave there, we'll get. Alvin,
and Dante, what are you going to be doing at the festival with your podcast?
Hey man, I'm glad you talk. See, I don't like to talk about myself, man.
Nah, man, come on, man.
I'm gonna be podcasting live.
Yes.
I will be podcasting live at the event. We will do some videos as well as audio podcasting, and I'm going to feature as many people as I can on my podcast. I've been waiting for this opportunity to do more, being able to see everybody and to see everybody in one setting. It's going to be a win-win all around. Yes. So I'm looking forward to it. Interviewing, talking to up and coming, some of our legends, some of our veterans. It's gonna be a big time party, and I can't wait to have all of the sound bites, all of the shows, and all of the different things that are gonna come forth from it. So it's gonna be an exciting time, Alvin.
I'm excited about it. You all already know. I'm trying to. My wife trying to hold me down now because I'm about to start trying to get my guitar and let's jam a little bit. Come on, young freak out.
I feel you, Doc. Because we gonna get our step in.
Well, hey, my step might be on the top, but sometimes the knees might lock up a little bit. But no, man, I'm excited. Hey, and I'm hoping my big brother Phil Campbell. I know he said he has some other things, and I know they're dealing with tough. But man, it would do my heart because Phil know how much I love him, and man, if he said he might. And I know he had some previous engagement, but I just had to throw that little plug in there, man. So I'm excited, man. So
we're excited. We're excited for this event. Again, everybody, if you need more information about this, sacredsteelsummit.com. Just go to your website and just plug in www.sacredsteelsummit, all one word, .com, and you will have all the information there in front of you. Thank you all for just tuning in. There's so many people to name. Man, I even see Ivis out here. Ivis Hicks.
Oh, wait, Ivis.
Ivis.
Hey, Ivis.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on.
Ivis, let's go. Because you was Glenn Jr., boy.
Come on.
Hey, I need you there, Ivis. Give me a call.
Talk about it.
Oh, man. I cannot.
Ivis
Hicks.
Ivis Hicks.
Well, first of all, let me say this, man, because I do have a few people, man, but I'm so happy. Ivis Hicks. First of all, Daryl Blue. Man, Daryl Blue that's my big brother, man. And
yes,
I know he said he got a previous engagement, but Daryl Blue, Jesse Green, Lester Wilkes, Ben Wilson.
Come on.
All these guys, man, they were a key entity with us growing up, man.
They paved the way for us.
Yeah, man. And then we don't want to start talking about the guitar giant, one of our biggest heroes, Larry Teller.
Come on.
And yeah, so I don't want to get started, but man, hopefully, man, I'm so happy you mentioned Ivis. I'm gonna give him a call after this.
He was in the chat. So I had to shout him out.
Oh, you did, and you said
he was in the chat, so I had to shout him out. Tressa Bowles, listen, I love you.
Tressa, she need to come sing one time.
She better come. Tressa, you better come sing. I'm calling you out, Tressa.
Call her out.
Tressa, you better come sing. She's
right on that plane with Dale.
Right. She said girls with guitars rock. That's right. Our Sacred Steel women rock.
Lisa Lane.
Come on.
She was supposed to be there, but she got previous engagement. So
yeah. Well, we're excited about it. We can keep going. We can keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But Alvin, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for what you're doing and bringing leadership to this and bringing us together. You know, a lot of times we could just be selfish and just think about ourselves, right? You could have just called the Lee boys and say, you know, let me call Dante and then get somebody else and call it a day. Nope. You've taken it and you're like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You're doing like how Glenn did us.
Yeah, you're right.
Glenn would take us whenever we came down. Glenn was like, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Glenn was always like, man, come on. Yeah. Showing us stuff, showing us love, doing things that we didn't know we could do, and just giving us the opportunities to do it. Right. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We really appreciate you.
When they do it, it's going to take you to the Florida State Park. So just so people go there and they want to, register.
Yes.
So it's going to take them there because when they go through that site, it's going to take them because they have to register.
You have to register through the Florida State Park.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Thank you, Dante, for what you do too, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you for allowing me to bring more attention and to talk more in depth about this. Yes. I know everyone's seen the posters and the different things that we started posting up, but we're going to start, bringing more awareness as we start getting closer and closer to the event. So thank you, Facebook. Thank you for all of those that are just tuning in to Dante's Harmony podcast and for just being a part of this Sacred Steel Summit that's going to happen May 26th through the 28th at the Florida Folklife Festival. You want to be there. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be something that you will never forget. So, Alvin, thank you again.
Thank you so much, Dante.
I'm looking forward to it. And for those of you all that have joined me on Facebook, thank you for joining in. And until next time, we'll see you all soon.